Good Erev Shabbos, everyone. This week's Parsha is out of Eikev. Parshas Eikev begins, Moshe Rabbeinu says, V'hoya Eikev tishma'un, and it shall be on behalf of our listening to the mitzvahs of Hashem. God will bless us. He will bring the promise that he made, the oath, the covenant to fruition. We will be blessed with longevity, will we be blessed with good health, will be blessed with children from whom we all have nachas, wealth, prosperity. This is on behalf of our listening to Hashem's mitzvahs. The question is, why does it say Eikev Tishmoon? And it shall be on behalf of our listening. It should just say, and it shall be if we listen. V'hoya im tishmoon, as it says, Im b'chukaisai telechu, if you walk in my statutes. What does it have to say? What does it mean when it says on behalf Eikev? Moshe Rabbeinu, as he's talking to Klal Yisrael, he says that we should be very careful. Hisham Elocha, be very careful. Do not forget the Lord our God in performing his mitzvahs, because he's going to bring us into the land of Israel, and perhaps we will become well-fed, and we will be satiated. We'll have beautiful homes. We'll have great wealth. We'll have much property, and we'll have lots of money. V'rom levavecha. And then human nature is we begin to turn our attention to our passions and to satisfying our desires. And we can forget the Lord our God who took us out of Egypt from a house of slavery. Hameilichicha, who has enabled us to journey through this Midbar Godel v'Hanoira, this great and awesome desert, a place where there is Nochash, Soraf, V'Akra, V'Tzimoyim, a place of snakes, fiery serpents, scorpions, thirst, Asher ein moyim, in which there's no water. Ha'moitzi l'cha mayim mitzurach halomish, who gave us water from a flintstone. Perhaps we will forget God who has taken care of us and brought all of this success to us. So a few questions are asked. Number one, why does Moshe have to elaborate? He says that God has taken us through this great and awesome desert. He could have said a dangerous desert, but he specifies four things: Nochash, snakes; Sora, fiery serpents; Akrav, scorpions; Simoyan, thirst. Why does he have to mention all of these four things? And then, after he says that there is thirst, he says, Hashem b'moyim, and there's no water. Well, isn't that redundant? Obviously, where there's thirst, there's no water. What does this mean? So the Baal HaTurim says that Moshe Rabbeinu is referring not only to our experience in the desert of 40 years, but Moshe Rabbeinu is saying, just as God cared for us during our 40 years in a lifeless desert, uninhabitable, and yet millions of people lived and survived and thrived, so shall God be with us and enable us during our journey through the four exiles. What are the four exiles? Babylonia, the Persian exile, Syrian Greek, and the last one is that of Edom. And this is what he says. The Nachash, the serpent, refers to Babylonia. The fiery serpent, this refers to Modai, Haman, Achashverosh. The scorpion refers to that of the Hellenizers, Hanukkah time, the Syrian Greeks. And the thirst, this is the symbol of the fourth, the longest, the most difficult of the exiles, the one in which we find ourselves to this very day, that of the Roman exile, that of the descendants of Esav. Why does it refer to this exile of Esav as thirst? And again, why does it say Ein B'Mayim, and the thirst in which there's no water? Our sages tell us in the Masechta Tainis and elsewhere, the Torah is compared to water. Water flows down, it flows to those who wish to receive it. Water quenches our thirst. Torah quenches our thirst. Water is refreshing. Torah is refreshing. Water can awaken. Torah awakens our souls. Water can cleanse and purify. And so does Torah. So what the Pasuk is telling us here is that this fourth exile is going to be one of thirst. What does it mean, thirst? It means there'll be generations that are thirsting. They're looking for meaning. They're looking for purpose in their lives and their existence. Who am I? Why am I here? What am I? Was I created just to amass wealth and try to find different avenues of satisfying my licentious desires? Is that why we're here? And then what happens when we get older and our energy wanes? What then? Are we just to be cast aside? There's no purpose? And what's after death? That's the end. It all ends up. There's got to be purpose and meaning for our existence. We are finding ourselves in a generation where people are thirsting. They're looking. They don't even know where to look. They'll protest this and protest that. They're looking for an idea. They're looking for something to cling to, something they could say, this is my cause. This is my purpose. This is the great disaster the Torah is revealing to us as the Baal HaTurim is presenting. This fourth and final exile is the exile of thirst. The identity of the Jew has been so lost, diminished. They're thirsting and they don't even know where to look. And that's why it says, there's no Torah. You know why they're thirsting? Do you know why they're confused and perplexed? Because Ein by Mayim, there's no water there. They have no water. There's no Torah. They never had the education. They don't know what Torah is. They don't know what Judaism is. They have no concept of God. They don't know. They are walking in total darkness. And yet, what does Moshe say? God brought us through this great desert. He will bring us through all of the exiles, even this exile in which we thirst and we have no water. We don't have what to refresh us, awaken us, revive us, quench our thirst. Well, how can we be brought through this gullus? Moshe says, remember God. Hamaitzi luchamayim. God took us out of Egypt. In Egypt also, we were confused. We were exposed and assimilated into a culture in which we thought that idolatry was something appropriate to pursue. We had no Torah. We had no purpose, no meaning. All we knew is that we were slaves. And nevertheless, God took us out and he gave us water. Where did he give us water? Mitzur hachalamish. From a flintstone, that is a stone in which it is so dry that you use it to make fire, to light a fire. And yet from this empty, lifeless, without any moisture, there will come water, there will be Torah. Those who are thirsting and looking, our obligation today is to say, indeed, who am I? Why was I created? There is a creator. There is a purpose. Hashem, help me find my purpose. Please do not let me be distracted by all of the flashing signs and all that society is casting upon me to gain my attention with frivolous foolishness. Help me to focus and to see indeed what is my purpose. And when we do that, from the driest, emptiest, lifeless flintstone, there will come water. There will be Torah. Nobody should ever say, I can't find myself in Judaism. I don't have a place. I was raised devoid of any knowledge. I don't even read Hebrew. I know nothing. Hashem says, I took you out of Egypt and I gave you the water you need to quench your thirst. And this, Moshe Rabbeinu tells us at the very beginning of the Parsha, V'hoya. We are taught that the word V'hoya is an expression of joy. It shall be a joyous occasion. Eikev Tishma'un, on behalf of our listening to God's mitzvahs, He will shower us with His blessings. Why does it say Eikev? Because Eikev means the end, the heel. The lowest point, the end of the human body is down by the heel. Eikev refers to the generation which is called Ikvasa the Mashiach, the heel of the footsteps of Mashiach. That means we are coming to the end of this period of our existence, and we are on the threshold of the Messianic era. And Moshe is telling us there will be great joy at the Eikev at the end, because even though we've been thirsting and we don't know where to turn, Hashem will give us water even from a flintstone. And we will observe Hashem's mitzvahs, and we shall receive the magnificent blessings that He has entered into a covenant with us to shower upon us. And this shall occur in the Messianic era. A Jew should never give up, no matter what our background, no matter what our circumstances, but rather we should say, I thirst. Hashem, help me quench my thirst, even if it means that I, the flintstone, will be the source of the water of your Torah knowledge. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay Jewish. Have a wonderful Shabbos.